Hey, it's Alana again with Essence Coaching, and I just want to talk to you tonight a little bit about being an empath and what it's like to be an empath. Now, maybe that's a new word to you. It certainly was one to me that I hadn't really used before, but I've started using it in the last couple of years because I've really become aware of and understanding just how empathic and sensitive and intuitive I am, and then also how much so many other people actually are empathic and intuitive, but they haven't really recognized it or haven't really acknowledged it to themselves. So let me just ask you a couple questions and see if they're true for you. So, do you sometimes walk into a room or a group of people and you start just feeling off or funky or different? Um, do you get together with certain people and all of a sudden your mood changes and you feel maybe not quite as happy as you did before? You feel like a little bit different. Do you have sort of these moods or feelings that just show up for you seemingly out of the blue? Like maybe all of a sudden you're feeling really sad or heavy, depressed, anything like that, and you don't really know where it came from or why you're feeling that way. You might even be going like, why am I feeling this way? What's going on here? And then also, do sometimes those moods or those experiences shift just as suddenly? Um, if any of that is true for you, then there's a high likelihood that you're empathic and they're just tuned into and picking up on everything that's going around you. And that was really true for me, except for I used to just think it was all me, and I used to take it all personally. And so I thought I had social problems. I thought I couldn't relate to people. I thought all of these things about myself that actually really aren't true. I was just super tuned in and tapped into the people around me. And it wasn't until, maybe 5 or 6 years ago that I started to get that really what's been going on for me, and many of the tears I've shed in my life have to do actually with awareness and not with my own personal experience. And when I started to get that, I started to be able to really differentiate between what was something that was genuinely going on with me and what was something that I was just picking up on or aware of in my experience. And the tool that was introduced to me that made the hugest difference in my life and really starting to be able to separate out what is mine and what is just something that I'm aware of is to ask myself the question, is this mine, or who does this belong to? Or just to ask, like, not just assume that because I'm experiencing it, because I'm aware of something, that it is actually mine. And when I was able to do that, like literally I'd be in the middle of crying and go, wait a minute, is this mine? And the tears would stop. It was phenomenal. It was like so amazing. And then to start to really realize how little of everything that's showing up in my world and going on with me actually really belongs to me in the first place. And it just lightened up my whole life and lightened up my whole world to not be thinking that everything that I tapped into and everything that I had a sensation or a feeling about was actually had something to do with me. And to stop taking everything so personally. Now, the other amazing thing that I just want to stick in this video because I think it's so crucial and valuable is that I also, because I thought I had all these problems and I thought all of these things were wrong with me, I also spent a lot of time trying to find out what was really going on, what my problems were, where my blocks were, what my limitations were, why did I have all these issues. And then I got to a place after, I'm like, what gives? I've been doing this work for so long and I still have all this crap. And then I got that actually it wasn't my crap, it was just stuff that I was aware of. And the thing about being aware is that when you're aware of something and it doesn't really have to do with you, you can't really figure out what's going on for you, and you can't really like process or transform your way out of something that isn't yours because it's just awareness. So if I'm feeling sad and I start to inquire into myself, why am I feeling sad, what's going on for me, etc., etc., I'm probably not going to get anywhere, and that sadness is going to still be with me. But if I acknowledge that it's something that I'm aware of, then I can work with it in such a different way. So this has been huge for me, and I realize, wow, I'm not as screwed up as I think I am. I'm actually a lot happier, more fun, joyful person than I ever could have imagined. I was just bogged down in so much stuff that just isn't me or mine, and I see that being true with so many of the people that I work with. So I invite you just to ask yourself the next time a feeling, a thought, a experience shows up, say, wait a minute, what am I aware of here? Is this actually mine, or is this just something that I'm being aware of? And then you could ask yourself, okay, well, what would it take to change that? And see if things start to shift for you a little bit. And please, if it's at all possible, stop taking your experience so personally, because a lot of the time it actually has nothing to do with you. And what if you could come back to the ease, the spaciousness, the joy, the peace of you, that experience that you have when you're by yourself walking in the woods, or whatever it is for you, where you just feel spacious. And that, my friends, is the truth of who you be. It really is. And I have to say, today was such an intense day, and I'm so grateful to be back to that spaciousness, to back to that sense of being in my own essence, being with myself. So try this out and see if it makes any difference for you. This is Alana from Essence Coaching, divineessencecoaching.com, and I'll have another video for you tomorrow. Bye for now.